Hey everybody, this is Shonda. In today's video I am going to be talking about this hair that's in my head and where it come from, how I made it, all that good stuff. To start off the back, I am using an old camera because I can't use the Nikon or Nikon, whatever, however you pronounce it, the Nikon camera, because the software that I use to create the videos with that camera is on my laptop, and my laptop is in the shop because it had a virus. Long story short, so it's going to be a different camera. It's probably different quality, so bear with me for another week or until they call me, which will hopefully be soon, to come and pick up my baby so that I can start making videos again using the Nikon with the better quality. So that's one thing. Another thing that I want to address is that I'm going to be pretty much talking through this video. I filmed me showing you guys the wig. I did not film the construction of the wig because it took me a very long time to make it because I really didn't know how I was going to make it. So I took a ton of pictures. So I'm going to post those pictures within the video so that you guys can see it. And I'm also going to post it over at the blog so you can go see it there as well. But I did not film, again, because I kind of didn't know which way I was going to go with making this wig. But I promise I will do the next one. And so I hope you get a little bit more information about it. It's not going to be completely detailed, I'm sorry. But hopefully it's enough information to where you can, if you need a little bit of guidance, that it'll help. Last thing that I'm going to post up here, and this is totally not even involved or has anything to do with this hair, is I put up a video yesterday, and this is actually going to be the very last time that I'm going to even say anything about it, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I don't need to explain myself. I mean, what, for real? So I put up an outfit of the day video, and one of the lovely subscribers, I mean possibly not even a subscriber, but maybe just a troll, you know, decided to address that I finally took out my butt pads, calling me a liar and all this shit. And I'm like, for real? Seriously? For one, and again, I don't need to explain myself, but I am. What the hell? I'm doing it already. So, for one, the pants that I had on in that video, if you was all over my ass like that, they didn't fit. You know what I'm saying? They're from Forever 21. I ordered them offline, and I ordered like 3 pair of pants, all the same size. 2 of them came, they fit perfect. The ones that I wore in video did not fit at all. So they, you know, they were baggy, and I know that they were. I don't always have to wear tight stuff, so I'm secure with myself in that. But the whole butt pad situation is just so dead to me. I'm 30 fucking years old. What the hell it look like I need to go and buy a butt pad? And why? Because I work out and I take care of myself and I was blessed in that region. Why do I have to have on a butt pad? It's always the people that's hiding behind these fake ass screen names that got so much to say, but we don't know what the hell you look like, you know what I'm saying? So that whole butt pad situation is just so dead to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I work out, you know, I take care of myself, so my figure, I got a figure, damn it. What, I'm not supposed to have an ass? What does that supposed to mean? All these women around the earth that got these big gigantic butts, and little old me out of nowhere, I want to look like them, so I'm gonna go and buy a damn butt pad. I'm too old for that, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like people are just so immature and so insecure with themselves that they have to pick out the negative parts of somebody else. I got boobs, so what? I got a boob job too. I'm a 36D. You know, they came out of nowhere. I had kids. I didn't have boobs when I was younger. So what? I got a boob job too. You know what I'm saying? What? I got a tummy tuck. I went and got, you know, the fat sucked out of my gut and put in my ass. Come on now. Let's all be adults. And I appreciate all of you that went to bat for me on that video. But let's just let let's just let the people with the negative comments be in their own corner of the world. Again, I appreciate y'all going out for me, but it is not even necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because I can address it. I ain't no hoe. I ain't gonna be scared. Come on now. Seriously? I don't know you. You don't know me. But if we were to cross in the street and you'd be like, oh, I put that comment on your video, then we can handle it then. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to even, this cyber bugging is not even cool. You know what I'm saying? It's so immature. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So don't even go there with them people. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one, and apparently she was willing to share her opinion with the world about me being a liar, and then I took out some ass pads. It's so much more that I could say, and so many more gestures that I could say, but I'm gonna step myself back up onto my platform and get from in the gutter from where you are, because I don't have to lie about having butt pads. You know, I'm tired of it. It's probably the same person that was saying it before that just magically appeared out of nowhere saying it again. I don't really give a damn. You know what I'm saying? You can live in your own corner of the world, and I'm gonna be in mine. I'm gonna continue to post my outfit of the day videos. I like to do them. I fell off from doing them for a long time, but now I'm gonna start back doing them, and we're gonna see how fake my ass is gonna start looking. Alright, so I posted a quote on Instagram last night from the almighty wise mind of mine, and it went a little something like this. And we shall keep it moving. So back to the actual video. If you guys are interested in seeing how I made this wig, just stay tuned. Okay, so I am going to show you guys the wig. I don't have it on. It even still has flexi rods in it. But I'm going to share with you guys the construction and how I did it and everything. I did not film the process of me doing it because, to be quite honest, I really didn't even know how I was going to do this until I started, you know. So we're going to start with what I used. Pretty much I used a dome cap, and I put a regular nude stocking cap on top of it, and I figured that in the parting area it'll make it a little bit lighter, a little bit more natural looking. So it did help with that. I bleached the knots on there, and again, I did not film it because it was my first time. Y'all know this is my first closure that I've ever used, and the first time it didn't come out quite right, so I have to go back over it with dark dye. And because the bleach, I made the bleach too thin and it ran a little bit in certain areas. I still have a lot of color correcting to do on this one. There was a bundle that I had to do very last minute because I only bleached the closure in 2 bundles of the hair, and in actuality I needed all of it. So I ended up having to do like a real rush job on bleaching it, and there's just a lot of color correcting that I need to do to it. But for the most part right now it looks okay. But you know, just because I know that it's there, I need to correct the color. So dome cap from Sally's, I think it was like $3 or some change like that, something like that. I just have this laying around, but I know I can go to my local beauty supply and get the nude caps. A lot of times they don't even charge for it. You can just ask for a regular stocking and they'll give it to you. But sometimes, you know, you'll have to pay. I don't know how much. I never pay for mine. They just give them to me. Okay, so the first thing I did was I sewed the closure down, and I did take pictures. I'm going to try to post them in the video. That's why I'm kind of caught to the side. So I'm going to try to post the video or the pictures in the video. But I, of course, used to put down the dome cap first, put the stocking on top of it, and then I sewed down the closure. And to hold it in place, I just used some regular push pins that you would use in sew and close. I just used some regular push pins. I'm reading some of you guys' comments on Instagram. Y'all be having me cracking up. Yeah, use some regular push pins to keep it in place, and then I just sewed the closure to the both caps. Nothing else, nothing special, but I used the regular method that I use when I do sew-ins. So next, what I did is I bundled the hair up, and I just started sewing down the tracks as you would with making a regular wig. If you guys need reference, I do have some videos showing how I've created past wigs, and of course there are tons of YouTube tutorials on how to make a wig or how to sew in hair or whatever, but I'll link a few so that you guys can go and check them out if you just want to see how I do it or whatever the case may be. So once I got up to the top, which it was really quite easy, it took me forever. It took me a very long time to do this wig because I wanted to make it right, and by it being my first time me doing it, it was just, gosh, it took me like 6 hours one day, and then the next day I did some tweaking to it and blah 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 blah, So after I sewed all the hair on, I then went underneath, and I'm sorry, you'll probably see some of my makeup under there and it's gonna look really gross, but okay. I took the cap because with stocking caps they have that thin or the thicker reinforced part, and then it goes into the thin stocking like right there. So I took the thicker part and I pulled it all the way under like that, pretty much, so that when you're looking at the cap underneath, you don't see that thick part. Because at first I was going to leave it how it was, but then you can see it through the lace on the closure. You can see the thicker part, and then you can see the thinner part, and so I was like, no, I don't want it like that. So I just pulled it under and I just sewed it like that. Now what I will do next time is I'm going to be a little bit more careful with how I sew it down, because by me sewing it and not stretching it, it took away a little bit of the elasticity in the headband part of the cap. So I mean, it fits like a glove, but it could be a little bit looser. It's not uncomfortable to wear, but it could be a little bit looser. So if you're going to do this kind of technique, I would suggest stretching the band out a little bit, maybe, and pinning it down to a foam head or whatever you choose to do your wig on, and then sewing it, because you'll still have that elasticity in the band. It'll stretch right, Not saying that it doesn't stretch, but again, it could be a little looser, damn it. So I did that. I also sewed a track up underneath, right here, up underneath the band, so that because I notice a lot of times, like some wigs that I make, I don't do that, and the wind will blow and I'll be like, oh shoot, and I gotta hold it. I'm like, alright, you don't want to see a braid up underneath. So by me doing it like that, if the wind blows, it'll just look like hair. You know what I'm saying? That is kind of pretty much it. I thought this video was going to take a lot longer to explain, but I mean, while it may seem simple with me explaining it, I was in here like wrecking my brain, like how am I going to make this look as realistic as possible. And I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. Now, what I do, since I didn't tack this down in any form to this cap, is I normally place a piece of tape on my forehead or on my hair, well, not on my hairline. I pull it a little bit further down from my hairline, because I don't want, of course, that stuff in my hair, and I hold it down. But I notice like throughout the day that tape, it doesn't last as long as I would like it to. So I gotta figure out a way to make it lay down more, or just, I don't know, I'll figure it out. I don't, of course, want to go through and try to sew it down. Maybe what I'll do is try to pull it a little bit tighter, like around here where I won't be pulling it back, and then just kind of try to reinforce these edges so that it'll lay flat. That's a possibility. I think I may do that. But for the most part. What I'm going to go do now is put it on so you guys can see it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is what it looks like on. Very big because of the flexi rods, and I need to go find some flexi rods that make it a little bit tighter. While I love how this looks. I love the wave of it. You know, sometimes I do want a little bit of a tighter curl, and these curls are definitely going to fall out probably even before I get ready to go to work today. But I mean, it's okay because it'll still have some body to it. But this is what it looks like. I haven't really styled the back too much, so forgive me, but I'm going to turn around and do a back shot. So, this is the lightest that I have ever done an ombre before, and I'm loving it. You know, I guess it's more because it's concentrated more toward the ends instead of like in my face. I cut some of the pieces in the front right here, and I plan on going through and lightening just the very tips of it, just so when I kind of comb it out of my face like that, it'll, you know, it'll blend. You know what I'm saying? But this is how the wig turned out, and I'm gonna try to get up close so you guys can see it. I have not glued anything. I didn't put any tape or anything on it. I just put it on so you guys can see it on. So yeah, this is my wig, and I'm going to attempt to do this again now that I kind of got a blueprint of how to do this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn my phone over and stop looking at stuff, but I kind of got an idea of how to go about doing it. I mean, it could hopefully only get better from here. I think I did a pretty damn good job by this being my very first closure. You know, I didn't use any makeup. Had somebody ask me about that. I didn't use any makeup. I just pretty much used the stocking up underneath and the color, a little bit left of the color from me bleaching the knots. That was like the funniest thing. I was so scared, like I'm gonna totally ruin this closure. But I mean, I fixed it for the most part. I do, like I said, I do have some color correcting to do, but I'll do that at a later time because right now it's really not that noticeable to the naked eye. So I'm loving this hairstyle, y'all. It's a good thing for me because I'm giving the top of my hair a break. I'm still trying to grow out of my bangs. Right now they're like at my eyebrows now. When I first cut them, they were like right above my eyebrow, but I really want, by the true summer, when summer really hits, I want them to be like over my eyes, because I miss wearing my center part with my hair. And you know, I don't really like gluing hair in my head, but you know, if I have hair left out, I have to, so that it'll blend right. So let's talk a little bit about this hair. This hair is coming from over at Virgin Glam, and I need to get the exact hair that it is. I want to say that it's the Virgin Malaysian wave, but I want to be certain. I'm almost certain, but I want to be certain. Okay, yeah, it is the Virgin Malaysian wave from over at Virgin Glam. What I have in my head right now is a mixture of 14, 16, and 18 inches, and I have a 16-inch closure. And only thing I really did was kind of just focus on shaping it up right here. I may still need to do it a little bit, but for right now it looks okay for me. But I didn't go through and cut the back only because I just, you know how I can get sometimes and do it. So, and I kind of like this length. Now, when I first got this hair, as you probably seen in the pictures previous to this, that the hair was in sort of a tight kind of, well, not tight, but it's tighter than a wave to me, looser than a tight curl, of course. But I tried it, y'all, and I couldn't do it. So I straightened it out, and this is how I like my hair. I love curly hair, but you know, I don't know. Maybe it was because the hair wasn't shaped or anything, because it's beautiful. The curl pattern to this hair is beautiful. Beautiful. It just, I don't know, I couldn't get with it. I wish that I could blend this in with my natural hair and wear it in the curl pattern, but ain't nothing Brazilian about me. I'm straight Kunta, okay? So that's what my hair texture is. And it would be really hard for me to blend my natural hair into it if I was to wear, you know, some of it out. So I'm very glad that, you know, I have the closure, because if I do decide to wear curly, I'll at least have this to make it look right. But yeah, this hair thus far is, I love it. I've been wearing this wig for almost a week, I think. I don't know, almost a week, not quite a week, and the hair is phenomenal. Just like with the other hair, I run my fingers through it and it's gorgeous, you know, no tangling issues. Granted, I don't sleep in it, you know, I just put it on when I'm going somewhere or, you know, whatever, and then I take it off every night and I put my rods in it, bam, put it on my styrofoam mannequin and let it sit overnight. I won't sleep in it. I don't see the purpose of sleeping in a full wig unless you want to wrap it. Otherwise, take it off, because it's just a lot easier to maintain to me. Yeah, as you can see, it takes color very well. I didn't anticipate this to be this light. I really didn't, but I like it. I really do like it. I was scared at first after I processed it and I rinsed the hair out, or I rinsed it out. I was like, what the hell did I just do? I'm gonna walk around looking like Simba, you know. But I like it. It grew on me and I really like it. I've gotten a ton of compliments on the color and whatnot. And only thing I used was the little lightening packet. I need to go buy a tub of that stuff because, you know, I use it a lot now. The lightening packet and some 30 developer. That is all I used. I didn't do any color correcting. I didn't tone any ashiness down, whatever that may mean. Y'all, I'm complete. I went to hair school, but I did not pay attention to the coloring process because it was just too much. You know, 2 parts this, 1 part this. No. So, yeah, Kara should totally flush the toilet. Cool. But anyway, yeah. I'm feeling it. I've done ombre videos. I'll put links so y'all can check back to those too. They're all pretty much done the same. I don't do anything different. I just mix the stuff, put it on the hair, bam, let it sit. That's it. Yeah. I really thought that this video was going to be a little bit more complex than this, but I guess not. But again, I did not film me making this because that would have been a very long video and I really didn't even know how I was going to go about doing it. But the next one that I make, I will definitely film, because I kind of got a grasp on how I like it and how exactly the way that I want it to be. So I'll make sure that I'll do it next time. So if you have any questions, I really hope that I'm covering everything. I'm sure that I'm not, but I really hope that I am. Just hit me up and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Okay, guys? And I'm sorry if I don't answer back immediately, but, you know, I got a life. I got other stuff to do. I do work. You know, I got kids. I got a husband, which is my 3rd kid, you know. So I can't answer back immediately, but I will try to answer back as soon as possible, okay? I am going to sign off, and I took pictures. Y'all can head over to the blog and see them. Y'all probably seen them in the other video, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. And yeah, let me know how you like it.